Hi Stampers, it's Elizabeth from StampScrapandMore.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. That's a lie, just outside of Toronto. So I'm on a minute early because I've had to reset something because I think I scheduled to go live on my personal Facebook page, which is a no-no. So I'm just on a little early just to see if everything is working as it should be. So I see if you're on the Facebook page, you might have to refresh. I see my picture up there. So, and I'll just check on YouTube because I don't do this very often, as you can guess. So I'm just going to check on my channel. I think it takes a little bit longer to show up on YouTube, but yeah, one's watching on YouTube, but they haven't video. There it is, pin chat, got it. So hey, I'm live in both spots. I've got 3 eyes on me, so hello, welcome. I'm not sure the YouTube platform, but if you're on Facebook, there's a little thing that says interact with Elizabeth or something, give Ecamm Live your permission. If you click on that, I can see your name. I can't see your name. I can see comments, but I can't see your name if you don't click on that. So yeah, this is really multitasking. I've got YouTube up here and I've got YouTube here and Facebook here. So welcome. I had posted a video a while back using, last week, making this card. And when I was in the video, I had said that, you know, I had this idea. Hi, Emily. Hey, you collected and you're watching me. I can see your name because you're on YouTube. This is like so neat. Anyhow, so this card, I mentioned that I thought it would be really cute if there was a whole bunch of sentiments coming out of the box. So after work tonight, it's been on my mind. After work, I got down into my craft room and I did a prototype. And this was the prototype. And I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I've die cut out a whole bunch of pieces. I'm going to give you measurements and hopefully I'm going to inspire you to make this as well. Everyone else is playing with new product. I am playing with Charming Sentiments, which is in the annual catalog, but I am going to incorporate some of the new designer series paper. So let's get started. And if you have any questions along the way, just post them and I will I'll gladly answer them. All right, so this is the stamp set that we're going to be using. It's in the annual catalog. I actually love it. And I've not played with it a lot, but I'm going to start. I love the sentiments that are all part of it. Excuse me, that are all part of the stamp set. And they all have coordinating dies, which is phenomenal. So this is a really fun stamp set to play with. And then here are the coordinating dies. At first, it was a little intimidating trying to line up these sentiments with the corresponding dies, with the corresponding stamps, but it was super easy to do. It's not a big deal at all. But what I liked about it and why I thought it was really good for this type of a card, we've got like stars and butterflies and a birthday candle, hearts. We've got like I'm going to say a spray. I'm not sure what else to call it. So we've got some elements that we can use that we can bring in to the card. So you'll see there's the birthday candle and there's some spray, there's the stars, there is not a butterfly, a bow. Maybe it is a butterfly. No, I think it's a bow. So there's elements that make it fun to incorporate into the card. When I did this card, I had a black box on my desk and that's why I used it, but then I thought it was too I wanted something brighter and more cheerful. Let's put it that way. So the card that we're making now is brighter and more cheerful. If I were to do it again in the black, yes, I would use black dimensionals because you can see the ones down here and I really don't like that. So I would use black dimensionals if I were to do it on black cardstock again. We're also going to be incorporating new, hello, while Dave watches Canada Versus. Hello, oh, is that Marion? I think that might be Marion. So we're going to incorporate the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper, which is new, goes live to customers tomorrow. And I'm hearing through the grapevine that lots of my customers have received their catalogs. Excellent. So this is the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper. The colors are Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Mossy Meadow, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet. I have another tutorial scheduled. I'm not sure when it'll go up, but it's making a really cute card with this bundle. But this is the Designer Series paper, and that's one side. That's the other side. I'm just going to show you this quickly before we get the card, before I start making a card. That's one side. That's the other side. This coordinates with the punch, by the way. This is one side. Some of it I've started to cut up, and some of it hasn't been cut up yet. I love this. And I think this one I have cut up, yes. So this one, there are actually two of those, and that's the other side. And this one I have not cut yet. And there is the other side. This one is what we're going to be using today. And there is the other side. And that is the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper. So we're going to be incorporating that into our project. So like I mentioned, that is the box, the original, that's the prototype. So what I'm going to do, I am actually going to be using the Balmy Blue cardstock because I think this is brighter and I think it will be happier in my mind anyhow. So this is 11 by 4 1/4, and it will be scored at 3 3/4, 5 1/4, 9, and 10 1/2. Then you will flip it and it will be scored. Let me just move this all out of the way. At 2 1/8 down the center. The project that I have, the tutorial I have up on YouTube right now, for this box, we needed this to be longer, so the scoring is different on the horizontal. So this one, it scored directly in half. I made comment in that video as well as to why I've scored this one taller. Okay. So 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 3 3/4, 5 1/4, 9, 10 1/2, flip it, and then it's 2 1/8. And we're going to do some snipping. And I'm going to snip off this edge like this. You'll need some tear and tape as well. Tear and tape. And for this project, I think the adhesive sheets will also be really useful. So I've cut that edge off, and now I'm going to cut down along this score line to that line on all three sides, on all three score marks. 1, 2. I just looked outside. I was very lazy tonight and I ordered a pizza and for dinner. That's not very healthy, but I couldn't believe the rain. It's just raining so much. Okay, and now we're going to fold along all these score marks. Like that. And you'll see the difference in this box because it's more horizontal, where this box is more of a cube. So it's just a different way of scoring it as you go along, how you can get a totally different looking project. And I'm going to put some tear and tape down this edge like that. Like this. Okay. I'm trying to think. Should I decorate it first? Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to put it together first because that way I'm not guessing as to what panels are up and what panels are down. So I'm going to take this edge, fold it like that, rip off 1, 2, and then we're going to take this, and if you've scored and burnished well, one will line up the other like that. And now you have your box. This will be the back of the box. And now you have your box. And you're just going to fold these flaps down. So that seam right there is going to be the back. And now I have two pieces, again, of Balmy Blue. You know, I'm usually really good with notes, and then I put the notes on the side, and the little sticky note falls off. So I've got two pieces of Balmy Blue that are 4 1/4, that are 2 inches by 4 1/4, and they're scored at 3/8 and 4 1/8. So they're 2 by, did I do this wrong? 2 by 4 1/2. Did I do this wrong, folks? No, I wrote this down wrong. So they're 2 by 4 1/2, scored at 3/8 and 4 1/8. So that's another one, 2 by 4 1/2, scored at 3/8 and 4 1/8. I thought I goofed it. And now we're going to fold that over, one to underneath and the other one on top, and underneath and the other one. So a valley and a mountain. This card, the original card I did, just so I can share with you, the horizontal piece that's going to go in like this, I only did it about that long, maybe 2 inches instead of 4 inches, and I didn't like it. I liked all of the flags to sit further down, so I've changed the pattern, so it is 2 by 4 1/2. And we are going to, it's trial and error when you're putting a project together. You want to make sure that it's how you want it and it suits what you're doing. And now I'm putting tear and tape on opposite ends. So on that end and then on that folded end. And tear and tape, or you could use the multi-purpose liquid glue, anything that would give it a chance to be interactive or have some stress to it. You want to make sure that it's a really good adhesive. And I'm just going to burnish that down. Like this. And just tearing off the extras. Okay, so I am going to take this one here, and with this folded end edge towards me, I'm going to put it into the box like that, and I'm going to adhere it down. I'm going to pull one side off at a time. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And I'm going to line it up at the top like that, and then I'm going to pull the other piece off. I could have pulled both off at the same time, but it would have been a pain to seal it. And then I'm just going to bring it over like that. Make sure it's flush at the top. And then I'm going to seal it. And then both sides will be sealed together like that. And now I'm going to do the other one. I'm going to flip the box to the back. So this is the seam again, and I'm going to put this one in this corner, and I'm going to actually put that right in the corner like that. Okay, and now I'm going to pull off the other edge. Oops, easier said than done. And I'm going to fold it. Whoops, it adhered before I wanted it to. It may not be straight. There we go. And now it's bowed a little bit, but it will do the job like that. There we go. As long as it folds correctly one side, you're good. And that is the back. Okay, so now we are going to layer some of these elements on. This is going to be on the bottom. I'm going to layer this one here. Oh, and the size of those, we need 2 in basic white that are going to be 1 7/8 by 3.5. I'm going to stamp those and put them on later because one's going to go there and the other one's going to go there. But you need 2 that are 1 7/8 by 3.5. One's going to go on the front and the other one is going to go on the back. There is a directional pattern to this, so just be careful when you're, I'll show you, there's hearts. So the 2 things to be cautious of are making sure you're putting the adhesive up the right side, or putting the card on the right side. And when you cut the side panels, that you're cutting them the right way as well, so that the hearts are going up and down. And put this one here like that. And then there's going to be 1 on this panel and 1 on this panel, and then we're also going to be putting 1 on each of these panels as well. Making sure the hearts are in the right way. I said, I think I participated in something called the Global Inspiration Stamp Team, and that's where I did this presentation. I think some of my customers are on here at right now that joined in on that. And so this was my project. Well, the other box. And like I said, when I was talking about it, I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to have all kinds of words coming out? Okay, and then this one's going to go on this side. You see the hearts are going up the right way. And the other thing that you're going to need are the window sheets. And I cut them 1/2 inch by 3, 1/2 inch by 3, and however many you need to do your project. Oh, come on, am I running out of ink adhesive? Okay, like that. Okay, so now we've got those on. I am going to use this sentiment that says, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and it's going to go on the very back. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use Orchid Oasis. I used a combination of Orchid Oasis, Starry Sky, and Night of Navy. I wanted blues and I wanted dark, deep blues. So everything that I have stamped, it's a combination of those, and of those 3 ink pads. Okay, and I'm going to put that aside because you know what's going to happen, right? And I'm going to leave this blank on the front because you can write your sentiment on it. Use adhesive on my fingers. Like that. Okay. So we're coming together, and now I have, by the magic of television, I have die cut out a whole bunch of the bows, the stars, the hearts, the candle. I've die cut out a whole bunch of them in really fun colors. But the key to some of these small pieces are to use the adhesive sheets, which I did, and it was fiddly to die cut all of these out. So I didn't want you to sit here and watch me die cut everything out. And so I've got all these fiddly pieces. I've also die cut out some of these sentiments that would pertain to a birthday, because you totally deserve it. Just for You. Woohoo! Hey There. Super Fantastic Mega News. And Wishing You Everything Wonderful. So out of that stamp set, these are sort of generic birthday-ish, I thought, sentiments that we can use to decorate this card. Now the key to decorating this card is either when it's folded to the right or to the left. You can't have anything going out past it or above it. If you fold it to the left, everything has to be within this shape. If you fold it to the right, something can stick out, it doesn't matter, as long as when you fold it in the other direction, nothing sticks out. So I'll show you this. I think I did really well with this box. So with this box, everything is within this shape. And on this side, just a little bit is outside of the shape. So when it goes into the envelope, I would fold it like that to put it into the envelope. So it doesn't matter, as long as one way that it gets folded, everything will be within that shape. So I am going to try and fold everything to this shape. So everything, I call it to the right. So I'm going to start off with the sentiments, and I'm going to use everything, Wishing You Everything Wonderful. And I'm going to use a dimensional, a big dimensional, put it here. And I am going to adhere it to the top of the window sheet, like that. So we've got one window sheet. And I'm just going to get all the window sheets done. I'm going to look, see if I've got any small dimensionals hanging around. I usually do. I have some here. So I'm going to use the Super Fantastic Mega News. And I'm going to put a window sheet here, like that. And Because You Totally Deserve It. Did I tell you it's warm in this room? It's warm. I have lights. I have all kinds of lights on because I don't like it when it's dark and on the camera. And so there's lots of lights. And it's like I'm going to start sweating. Okay, so there's another one. Woohoo! And another one. Like that. And Hey There. A couple more. Like that. And then the last one is Just for You. And another glue dot. Oh, not a glue dot. Dimensional, mini dimensional, and then Just for You. All right, so there, the sentiments are the sort of the bulk of the card. So I want to get those done first. And before I get going, I am going to put this on, the sentiment on now. And that way I won't be trying to put it on after I've got all the little flags up. And if you wanted to, you could decorate this even more. I didn't want to bring in another stamp set to decorate the card, but you certainly could. And now I'm going to start off with Wishing You Everything Wonderful. And I want that sort of, well, how can I do this? Lower so that you can see the wishing you the happiest of birthdays. So I'm going to put it lower, and I'm going to put a large dimensional at the bottom. And I will have to, I think, nope, I've got it. There we go. So I've sealed it down here. Because I've done these panels 2 inches instead of this one, which were 1 inch, I couldn't put stuff way at the bottom. It was too difficult. So Wishing You Everything Wonderful. And then Super Fantastic Mega, whoops. I'm going to put that there, but I have to fold it to make sure that I'm going to be within the space, allotted space. And you can actually build things on this side or that side of the panel. I'm going to build on the outside of the panel for this one. And see, I folded it and it's fine. And now I'm going to really push that down. All right. I wanted to use fun colors or bright colors, I should say. And I'm going to put Because You Deserve It at the front. I've got hair over everything, sorry. It's bugging me. I'm actually going to put this on the very front. Like this. Let me just fold this over. Now see, it's outside that, right? So I have to move this. I can't put that there. So I am going to just maybe twist it a little bit. Nope, it's still, I got to take it off. I've got to put it closer towards the middle. It's the one thing you have to be really careful when you're pulling together these cards. I'm taking off the dimensional. I'll use a little one. You know, I'm going to put the Just For You because I think the Just For You is narrower. And now let me see. There we go. That's better. It's more narrow. And then I'll try this one more time. I'll put it on the back one. This is to me, I've said this before, this is the fun part, is actually building the card. And Because You Deserve It. This one is a little bit long here, so I am going to snip that off. There we go. And see, I'm still within that spot. Woohoo. I think Woohoo, I need a taller one. Like this. As long as I am not above the top of the box. There we go. Woohoo. Twist it just a little bit. There we got Woohoo. And then Hey There. And I like this one because I love the color. Parakeet, is it Parakeet Party? Is that the color? And I'm going to put it like here. Let me just fold it. Yep, that works fine. Okay, so now I've got all of the words in there. And actually, you know, the wishing you everything wonderful, I don't like it there. What do you think? What do you think? Do you like it there? I don't like it there. I am going to bring it up a bit. Or maybe move it to the very, very front. I'm going to move it to the very front. Nope, maybe a little higher, a little higher. All right, like that. Okay, so there's the card. Now we've got all of these little bits and pieces in the 3 fun colors. And I've die cut them all using the adhesive sheets. But for instance, you've got the candle. The candle also has a base. So I can have sort of like a striped candle. So I like the yellow. And I'm going to pull off the adhesive sheet. Let's see how easy this is going to be. There we go. And I'm going to put it onto the purple or the pinkish. There we go. So there's one candle. And I can actually use this candle and put it on here, which I'm going to do. I'm only going to use 2 candles on it. Do you want to go too overboard on adding all the bits and pieces. Hello. Chat amongst yourselves while I try and get the adhesive off. There we go. Oops, I had a corner. There we go. All right. And so this one folds, goes on top of the other, and you've got two fun candles, two striped candles. I'm not going to use that one. And one thing I did with the hearts, let me do this. Was it the hearts? No, it was the stars. Okay, so with the stars, I'm going to take, there's 3 stars that die cut out. And I'm going to put that one on there. So the 3 stars are a big one, an outline of a small one, and then the inside of the small one. And I thought it looked really cute on the one piece of window sheet. And this is why you can use adhesive, but you know, there's when you mess adhesive on a window sheet, it's really noticeable. It's really hard to get it clean again. This is the tiny one. Okay, so, oh, sorry, the adhesive came off of it already. Didn't realize that. Okay, and so there's the 3 stars. I really like this one, and I'm going to sort of put it like that, but I gotta make sure that it folds within. Like that. There we go. Then it folds perfectly. I'm just going to seal it down. This will be bulky to put into the mail because of all the, there we go, because of all of the dimensionals, but well worth it. And now I'm going to put the candle on one of the window sheets now, because the candle has adhesive on the back of it. There we go. There's the candle. And you know what I'm going to do? I am going to snip down the edge of the candle so that you don't see so much window sheet. Totally up to you. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I am just going to snip down the sides of it so that the window sheet is not obvious. You can see it, but it's not as in your face. Oh, see, now the candle is a little high, so I have to snip it down a little bit or shift it down. There we go. There we go. Now it's tucked in perfectly. Let's see what else we can do. We have hearts. Let's put the hearts on here. And again, the hearts come in a solid heart. And then there are 2 smaller ones, like an outline of one, and then, there we go, heart. And then here is the other heart, which is the outline, and then the small one. And you don't have to use the hearts if you don't want. Or you can even mix and match the colors. And then the heart, the small heart. All right, like that. I'm gonna have to put that one at the bottom. And there's the hearts. And where can we put the hearts? I'm going to put the hearts on this side. And I'm going to put, and you know, you don't have to use dimensionals all the time. You can, I'm not going to do this time. I'm going to put some Tombow like that. And I'm going to stick that in there like that. So you don't have to use dimensionals all the time. But if you are using Tombow, make sure you just put enough that, because it's slick, that it's not going to slide and adhere the card together. Okay. Is it tacky enough, folks? Okay, now I've got these sort of sprays. I'm calling them sprays. And I'm going to put them on an adhesive sheet. And again, like the other, I am going to trim the adhesive sheet down. The first card I didn't put these on adhesive sheets. I just adhered them on directly. So, but because I had die cut a whole bunch out at once, and I just put all the dies on, so I used adhesive sheets on everything for the little accent pieces. There we go. Like that. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure who is that. Beautiful, a lot of work. Yes, it is a lot of work, but you know what? You're on your iPad and your video keeps freezing, but you still follow. Oh, thank you. So I'm going to put this one here, this sort of like spray. It would be really nice if this was like a glitter in a glitter. I think it would have been cute in some type of glitter. And I'm just going to hold it down like that. Do we have enough in there yet? I have another candle. I have another candle. We're going to use up another candle. And I still have window sheets left. And again, I am going to cut down the sides of this. These I just were like 1/2 inch by 3, so you can cut them to whatever size you want. And I'm going to put this candle right here at the front. And again, I'm going to use Tombow. Who gets this card? Who should I send this card to? And let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, I did like the bows too. Let me see, the bows. I'm going to use the bow. So I didn't realize it. So that's the solid part of the bow. And then this, I like this color, it goes on top of it. I didn't realize that when I did the first card. Okay. So it gives you almost like a two-tone effect. And let's just put this on a piece of adhesive sheet, a window sheet, I should say. Like that. And let's see, where does it need? Where does it need? Probably nowhere. I think right there in the middle. What do you think? Right there in the middle. And again, I'm just going to use some Tombow glue. Oh, that's a lot of Tombow glue. There we go. I think, I'm not sure, but I think I've added enough. What do you think? You know, I could add something else right there. And I still have window sheet left, so I'm going to add something else. hardest part is getting the adhesive sheet off. Like that. And yeah, I am going to cut this down again so that it's not, the window sheet is not so obvious. Really, I think I'm the only one that would know or care, I should say. I really like this card. I think, oh, no problem, Emily. I'm glad you liked both versions, because the first card I did was definitely a cube shape. And this one, so when I made the card for the Global Inspiration Stamp Team, my intent was to make it horizontal, because I thought that this would look really cute in a horizontal box, but the back panel would not have been tall enough. So that's why I had to change my tactic and do it in the cube and not the horizontal. Okay, so everything's getting stuck now, so I think I'm finished, and I've put enough elements on there. And then wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and then you can write your sentiment on the front. Still missing something on this side though. I know, leave it alone, Elizabeth, leave it alone. Maybe I'll just put one bow. No, I want a blue one. Do I have anything blue? Oh, I got this blue. I got one more I'm going to put on. And then that's it. And then I'm going to figure out who I'm mailing it to. This one will go on this, like that. And I'm going to use the yellow outline just to give it a little bit of color. Well, maybe not. I'm peeling the paper, not the adhesive sheet. There we go. Well, that's a pretty bow. And I think that one would look really nice going right there, and it folds properly. And that, my folks, is using the Charming Sentiments stamp set and the coordinating dies. And I have to tell you that these sentiments are so simple. They're so simple to line up on when you cut them out. Really, really easy. There you go. Do I have enough stuff in there? I think it's cute. All right, thanks for joining me on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I'm usually in bed by now. And thumbs up. Thanks everybody for joining in, and happy stamping. And if you are not a customer of mine, or you are a customer of mine and have not received your catalogs yet, let me know. And if you're in Canada, and I can send copies of the catalogs out to you. And we'll talk again soon. Happy stamping. Bye.